Balance is one of the most important things in the golf swing, but that's pretty boring.
Boring!
I'm going to give you a tip that pro golfers use, college golfers, and many amateur golfers need to start using. The simplicity of this tip is going to help you stay balanced, going to give you more consistency, and a fantastic swing thought when you're out on the golf course. This is going to blow your mind. With so many lessons that I get, people are often thinking that they need to focus on certain body parts or movements or specific things that have to happen in the placement and all these sort of positions. And what happens there is we get disconnected from one of the most important principles, and that's staying balanced. And it doesn't mean just balance like, okay, I'm not going to fall over. It means balance in a way that I am starting with my golf swing radius. I'm starting here. I'm able to complete my swing, and I'm able to finish staying nice and balanced. So how do we do that? It all lies with the nose. So how is the nose going to help us play better golf? And I struggle with this, and this is a fantastic tip for me, is when I make my swing, especially as I come into impact, because I can get a bit eager with trying to get too much speed, I can back away from the ball a little bit so I have enough room for the arms to move through. But what happens by that backing away, I've changed my radius, I've changed my balance. Simply just to make contact, I have to throw my arms out a little bit further. Now, if I don't do that perfectly every time, I'm going to catch it out the toe, or I might catch it a little bit heavy. Very detrimental, especially under pressure. This tip it was given to me actually many moons ago, but very recently two exceptionally good golfers have reminded me of it. One used to play golf in college. He's won the club championship many years. He doesn't play much golf anymore, just socially at the country club. Fantastic player, brilliant, consistent ball striker. He does this. And one of the reasons why I wanted to share this was because just last week I was playing in a charity scramble. The team that won, I finished fourth, I think, which is pretty good, our team, but the team that won, it was a college golf, but I think he's like +1 or something like that. He mentioned he hadn't played much golf at all over winter. You know, it's March now, end of March. But what he did do was just give himself a very simple task so he didn't completely screw up. He wasn't thinking about too much during the golf swing. He was just trying to keep his head steady, right? Just keep the head steady and try and swing around there. Doesn't mean keeping it still all the way through so we stay down, but keeping it steady. The other thing is, it's not just about staying stable forwards and backwards, it's actually left and right. Because we do want the head to stay centered. Yes, on some bigger drives, we might get a little bit more movement as we transfer back, but we have to be sure that we're going to transfer correctly on the way through. However, if you just give yourself a goal of staying stable with the head and specifically keeping stable with the nose, being aware of your nose and trying to keep that in space, in the same amount of space, it's going to help you stay centered and pivot around a certain point. But on the downswing, I'm trying to keep that nose steady in place. I'm not thinking about anything else. And obviously on the way through, it's going to come up. But up until impact, from the setup all the way through the takeaway, backswing, I am just feeling like I'm keeping that nose still. It's not going to stay dead still, but that intention, I guarantee, is going to help you hit a lot more shots out of the middle of the club face a lot easier. As we take our setup, I'm stable, I'm finding my balance, but my nose is my intention to stay steady. I keep it steady there. I am going to be very aware if I move back away from it. Just this little goal is going to fix so many different swing flaws, because you can't make a bad swing where you're over here, or if you come over the top, if you keep this nose still. So every swing you make, just rehearse, slowly, trying to keep that nose as still as possible. Doing this is going to make life much, much easier for you, especially out on the golf course. It works for Georgia, it works for me, it works for many fantastic golfers, and it's going to help you. Now, if you want not just consistency hitting out the sweet spot and you want a little more distance, this video is going to help you a ton. I'll see you next time. And Georgia, we'll see you next time.